I am so sorry the video cut off, so we're going to just put this as a part 2 to the first reading. If you haven't watched it, go watch the first half of this reading. We're talking about the presidency and how this is going to affect our lives in the next 4 years. We are on year 4. The devil is a lie and is trying to cut my video, but we're going to continue because I feel like this message needs to be heard. So year 4, y'all. We were speaking a little bit about the influence and why things are going the way that it's going, why it's so important for people to come together to create these platforms so that they can use this as vessels, as tools to speak on behalf of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Like the Most High will be using these people to create change. And you may not even understand your purpose right now, but by year by year 4 of the presidency, you will understand why all these years you've been put in this place. Okay. Year 2, we talked about strategy and how people are going to have to start making moves, making smarter decisions, and how there's going to be people in certain positions that are going to be used as like confidants to get people to like change their ways or change their policies. And year 1, we talked about how everybody is waking up to why things need to really change and why this change needs to happen now versus letting that be for the next generation to worry about. Okay, so just to give you a little background. So year 4, we have 12-12. And this speaks of a shift that's getting ready to take place, new experiences that are coming in. This speaks of people who are like your life's purpose is right in front of you. And now you're going to have the clarity to know exactly what you need to do and how to take action once that comes in. Like once it pops up, you're going to know, like Spirit's going to be like, this is it, move. Because everything in your spirit is going to force you to do so. And you're going to love yourself and you're going to love working with the people you're working with in order to create this change. This is calling for persistence and to not give up. Even if you get 50 no's, you're going to have to continue to fight through, okay? And we have freedom here, which speaks of somebody becoming more flexible with the idea of how they need to work and being more efficient with their time. So it's not about working the, like, how can I say? Yeah, okay, if you're going to work your 9 to 5 and that's what you're comfortable with, that's fine. But Spirit is forcing people to break out of their comforts because there's no growth or change when we're in comfortable situations. Spirit is constantly forcing us to grow, which is about moving through uncomfortable things in order to create change. And that's what we're here to do. That is part of our purpose. And people are starting to realize what it's like to be independent and feel independent and not having to depend on institutions to help us grow, but starting to take matters into their own hands. We have check your boundaries and affirm your right to express and receive both kindness and respect. Okay? Like people are coming together and saying, I'm not just dealing with what you're willing to offer anymore. You're going to have to hear our voice, hear our concerns, and actually do something about them instead of just saying, oh, this sounds good. Like people are actually holding the president accountable for things year 4. Like it's okay. You were talking about doing this and doing that. Now show me where you're actually doing it. Like people are fighting to make sure that promises are kept and changes are made. Okay. Embrace your softer side and your ability to stand up for yourself. You are a unique being and you do not need to conform to anyone's stereotypes. As you relax into your authentic self, the best method to accomplish what is needed shall spontaneously arise from within. It's like you just know. This goes right back to the beginning when we were talking about the life's purpose. You're just going to know what to do. You're going to know what to say and you're going to know how to move with such authority without having to be nasty, be mean, be labeled as someone that is just sassy or someone that just is bitter, or like you're not going to have to deal with any of that. You're going to speak what you need and what you want, and you're going to stand on business, and people are going to respect you for it. Not only that, but those who are in a position of power, who are fighting for change, it's like it's going to be really hard for them to not see what's really going on and demand the changes happen. It's going to be hard for people to just go idly by acting as if like, oh, well, they said we were going to do this, but I guess it just wasn't in the budget. Like, no, now people are going to say like, no, I'm standing on this because I'm tired of being burdened by this. I'm tired of having to like everything is just being shifted to the next presidency, the next, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, well, whatever they don't do this one, well, hopefully the next one will. No, that's done. People are starting to demand that things be, like promises be kept now. And I feel like year 4, people are going to realize, holy crap, when we do band together, when we do stand up, when we do speak out and educate the world, boom, that's how we get change. Don't be surprised, y'all, if, look at that. Right when I'm about to say what I'm going to say, my throat chakra starts to close up. Don't be surprised if they start, like bans start being put on people trying to advocate or speak out on social media and stuff like that. Don't be surprised if you get taxed or you have to pay fees just to be able to go online, or because I see someone trying to find ways to stop people from speaking up or speaking out or teaching those how to fight for themselves. Watch what I tell you. So let's see, year 4 during this presidency. Oh yeah. People are going to feel more confident within themselves to speak up and to demand what it is that they need. I also feel like there's a lot of spiritual work going on during this time that's helping to like purify things and to like demand what is needed. Yeah, because these cycles, they're not, it's like, this is not over yet. All of these changes that are happening. Tell me about the world in the reverse. It's like, this is just the beginning. Come year 4, this is just the beginning of all the changes that are happening here. The Ace of Wands in the reverse here. Tell me more. The Hangman and the Ten of Pentacles. You see? Okay. You're going to have people that are going to try to instill fear. They're going to try to make people feel like you're not going to get the things that you want or are deserving of, or like this is a delay. Remember what I said. People are going to start to like really hold the presidency accountable for what they're promising. And Spirit is saying that there's going to be some unkept promises here. Talk to me about the Ace of Wands. The Nine of Swords in the reverse. I feel like what's happening is where someone thought that this was going to be easy. When the next election happens, they're going to realize that people are not fools anymore. And they're going to wish that they can go back to the way it used to be. Not only that, but I see someone getting locked up. Like a secret on how things played out or policies in place. Something is going to come to light. Yeah, look, something's going to come to light and it's going to create a major problem here. Oh, you know what I'm seeing here? There could be some sort of conspiracy or some sort of fraud that may have happened that is going to come to light and someone's going to get locked up. And the people are going to be happy about this because they're going to feel like justice is finally served. And now peace can be restored. And this was all part of the plan. It's like you have things to look forward to in your future. So it's like what you feel is not working in your favor will work in your favor eventually. Spirit is trying to just force people to focus on building their own independence. And how, like, learning how to nurture one another and not be burdened by their circumstances, not be burdened or sad or feeling like bitterness or anger towards anyone. These next 4 years is really going to be about building us up as a collective and making us feel loved and supported. It's about becoming leaders. Talk to me about this Emperor and the Lovers and the Six of Cups. Something's coming out. I keep feeling that. Something is coming out. And this has something to do with the past here, the death card, or someone's going to end up, oh my God, unaliving someone, or someone's going to find out about a conspiracy, and it's going to change the way things operate in the future. What in the world? Tell me about the world in the reverse. The justice. What I'm telling you, wrongs will be made right. And the hermit. And someone's going to try to run from this. But Spirit is not going to let them. Nope. The Tower. Y'all, I kid you not. There's going to be a confidant or a whistleblower or someone in the mix that knows something and knows what someone tried to delay, like what they tried to delay. They're going to speak up about this. Tell me about this Queen of Wands. Because this Queen of Wands is like, it's not over until the fat lady sings. Yup, they're going to tell something. The Four of Pentacles here, but this was in the reverse. Oh, this person is not holding their tongue anymore. This person is telling it all. Oh my God. And they're being manifested to do that. Somebody either grew a lot during this time and is realizing how things went wrong, or that things need to be made right, and they're about to speak on this, or they're about to educate somebody about what wrongdoing was done, or Spirit is calling somebody to tell it all. So that someone gets their justice, or someone gets their karma. The Queen of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the Ten of Swords. I'm telling y'all, all the stuff that was done in the dark, that owl right there, that owl saw everything. And they kept it to themselves with the High Priestess. But remember what I said, this person is going to restore peace and healing. And I feel like whoever this person is, they're going to make a splash when this happens. There's going to be like a conspiracy that's going to come out. Look at that healing energy at the bottom. It's going to be a brand new start for us as a collective. Yep. Because you got people starting. Look at that with the Strength card. The Strength card only comes out when it's over, like, how can I say? When it defeats the devil. When it's able to get beyond all the struggle and overcome all obstacles and fight through. It's the way people band together. And Spirit is saying that's the truth with the King of Swords. Y'all, this is about to be big. Look, I split the deck on the Wheel of Fortune and the Hierophant. I'm telling y'all. And Spirit already has this in motion. Spirit already has this in motion, y'all, with the Three of Pentacles. And the Chariot. Look at that. In motion. What did I say? Don't be surprised if someone tries to do some crazy stuff while someone's in a car. This feels like, I don't even like speaking on stuff like this, but this feels like someone's going to try to do some stuff and someone's going to get a crisis of conscience and they're going to start speaking up, or they're going to say, you know what, this isn't worth it. Let me just do what I need to do. Let me do the right thing. Let me fulfill these promises. Let me, like, there's something about that, y'all. Year 4. Tell me about year 4 in Spirit. And then we'll do an overall message on what we can focus on. Year 4. Cleaning up our act. Getting our stuff together. Learning to find balance within the chaos here. And to stop feeling like we're out, like on this journey alone. The challenge is everybody keeps telling themselves they'd rather be alone, but in reality, they're like lonely and depressed. And this is the energy that we're breaking out of. Yang energy. Yeah, this is about taking action and being more of an authoritative figure in our life instead of making excuses about what we don't like that's going on. It's about that Pisces energy, that Piscean energy, that dreamy energy, thinking big, planning, being that dreamer again. Like I even see people like switching up how they're being taught in school and starting to move away from just trying to build more workhorses and actually teaching these kids something better in life. Like I see things changing. Look, milk and honey and deep knowing with new life. Things are definitely going to be changing, you guys. And there's something about these next 4 years that are going to create monumental change. Yeah, look, go the distance and building blocks. I kid you not. We're moving away from what didn't work to what makes more sense as a society. And look, we started it off with this. Look how we end it. Ain't that some shit? And there's a 6 in the corner, which speaks of that what goes around comes back around. It's what you give is what you get energy. It's like the balance is being restored. It's giving me 6 of Pentacles vibes. Yep. Oh my God. So many people have called for karmic justice to the point where it's like these ancestors got together, the Most High got together, all these masters, how can I say, like spiritual masters got together and they said, it's time. And everybody is armoring up, okay? And ready for what's next. Let's see. Any messages for the collective spirit? This is the messages of the Cosmic Oracle. Any messages as a collective? Stop ruminating over what you did or didn't do. Let it go. Don't focus on what could have been better, what could be, what. Don't focus on none of that. Just focus on what change we can make now so that we can have these things. It's like going through the matrix. You know what I'm saying? It's like people are breaking free from the matrix and starting to realize, okay, we got to do something about it. Look, stop caring about what they think. This is your life to love and live. Remember that it's all up to you. You get to choose the joy and happiness and bliss you want in your life right now. You get to choose what kind of life you want to live. It may take more work. It may take you being creative with your approach, but it's all about what you truly want in your life. We can't blame the world for what we allow or what we accept. Never forget how resilient you are. You always bounce back. You see what I'm saying? It's like, you can't be afraid to take chances and fight for something and think like, oh, but what if this means that I lose this or I lose that? You can't be afraid. You're going to have to know that like God will always have your back and will replace what is lost if you're doing the right thing and moving in the right spaces. And we have, you are too amazing to follow everyone else. Forge your own path. And then find ways to lighten up and not take everything so seriously. You have the power to create the life you love. Remember that. Listen, it says, trust yourself always. Trust others once they've earned it. I feel like this is the space that you've been in for some time. And this is where you're going to start to see like, okay, let me try something. Let me try to open myself up, knowing, having all the wisdom that I have about people, about the society I live in, about the way the government works, about this whole promising and under delivering kind of vibes. Like, you know you, and you know what you're capable, and you know the impact you can have. Focus on you and what change you can create, and leave everybody else to figure their own shit out. Just focus on what you want to do and how impactful you can be in whatever situation you're in, because you never know who you can help, or what change you can make, or what splashes you can make in someone's life. Okay, I speak about that a lot because I feel like I grew up in a society where people just felt like, but I'm nobody. I just go to work and I come home. Like, I don't want to be the one to make change. I just want the change to happen without me. Not realizing like all that did was create generations of people who were nothing but workhorses and didn't want to make any changes and were stubborn and rigid and refused to see life in a different way. We grew up with societies of people who would hate to help family members but will help complete strangers because it was easier. Like, it was about forging the easiest path possible instead of doing what is purposeful. And I refuse to be a part of that mindset. And don't think for a second that I'm saying like I've created so much change in life and I've done things completely different and no, I was just as stubborn and hard to teach, and I have to get out of my own way sometimes. But I do believe that I've created enough change by the grace of God that my children will see that they don't have to live life through struggle. They don't have to view life through the lenses of struggle. And that they know that they are worthy of all the opportunities out there, that there's nothing too big for them to accomplish, or a stage too big for them to step onto, or an opportunity too big for them to learn and grow in. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the change that I wanted to create. And I believe that's exactly what I'm doing. And I also believe that God has more in store for me and for you guys. But I refuse to sit in my circumstances and wallow in it and just feel sorry for myself. No, I chose to fight. And I'm going to continue to fight. And I asked for you guys to do the same in whatever way possible. Even if it's just shifting your mindset and not thinking so negative about your day. Even if it's just understanding that things have to take place that have nothing to do with you, is completely outside of your control, but will change the course of your life in some way. Understand that things that happen in our life are not always made for us to understand, but it is going to happen for our benefit. You have to know that. You have to know that when things don't work out the way you want to, it is always for your highest good. Okay? So I'm going to leave this there. I hope this message resonated with you guys. I know this was different than what I normally do, but I felt called to do it. You can thank my brother for that, because he was big on telling me to do something like this too. I never really do things like this because I don't like to isolate one way or another. But I do like to speak on things that I feel are impacting us as a society. So I hope that this touched you in some way or made you feel a little more prepared for what's to come. And yeah, don't forget to thumbs up this reading, comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and don't worry, we'll get back to our love readings the next couple of days. I love you guys, and until next time, peace.